first time I saw a Blindworm guitar, I was really impressed with how beautiful it was. Definitely a work of art, obviously precision built, high quality, but I wasn't sure how that would translate to actual playability. You know, if this is something that I could use on stage in the studio. Was it going to be comfortable? Is it ergonomic? How does it sound? So I went ahead and tried one out, and right away I was impressed with the quality, the craftsmanship, how well it played, how comfortable it was, and how great it sounded. Of the ones that I tried out, it was the Manticore that I really gravitated towards, primarily because it just looked evil. At that time, my band, Psycho, just started working on our latest album. Some of the songs featured 7-string guitar, so I figured with the evil look that the Manticore body has, combined with that low, evil growl of a 7-string guitar, that's what we would do. We'd do a 7-string Manticore. Andrew and I spent a bit of time going back and forth with some concept drawings, fretboard inlay designs, reversed the tip of the headstock from the way that the previous Manticore had been to kind of match the body style a little bit. And at that point, it was just moving on to some of the more specifics about control layout and then shaping things like the neck. One of my guitars, my 7-string, my primary 7-string up until that point, had a very thin neck, and that's super comfortable for me, very playable, very fast, satin finish on the back, so I wanted to do that as well. And then the controls were modeled after another guitar of mine that had a 3-way toggle switch on the lower horn, very quick and easy to get to. That said, I wanted to kind of keep that 5-way switching capability to be able to split the coils as well as isolate them or join them together. So Andrew had the idea of putting a coil splitter on the tone knob, which works perfectly because I can still get to the toggle switch pretty quick and easy, and then if I want to get some more like bright, clean tones, things like that, I can just pull up on the tone knob and switch it to a coil split setting. When we went to select the wood, Andrew had a pretty good supply of Padauk. I had never owned a guitar made of Padauk before, but I wanted to. I'd heard really good things, so that was a pretty easy choice for the body. For the neck, however, originally we were going to go with ebony. I thought that'd kind of have a cool dark look to it, but the Mauvaigue was something that Andrew had just kind of sitting around the shop. We had already decided that we were going to do gold hardware, and so when he pulled up the sheet of Mauvaigue and it was that real deep, rich gold color, kind of compared it to the tremolo and some of the other gold pieces, I thought, yeah, that looks really good. So he talked me into it against the ebony, and I'm kind of glad he did that because I think it looks really, really good. It's really striking. Now, one of the nice things about having a custom guitar built is you can do these little personalizations. Things like, custom inlays. That's something that Blindworm is known for, really cool inlay work. Now, I didn't want to get too crazy exotic, but I did want to have something a little bit custom, so came up with these little, I guess you'd call them claws. I thought would kind of complement the horn on the body and on the headstock, so we mocked that up. I thought it looked pretty good. Andrew agreed. This logo here, which is something that was on an album cover I did a few years ago, Andrew went ahead and did that up out of meteorite, which I'm super stoked that he did. That was kind of one of the final touches on this to make it really mine. And that's kind of the idea with having a custom guitar built, is you can do that. You can totally personalize it. I've played a lot of guitars in my life. None like this. Now, during the time that Andrew was building this guitar, he also moved the location of his shop. This is actually the first guitar to come out of the new shop, and I think it's a great way to kick off kind of a new era for Blindworm. So these days, Blindworm isn't just a facility that builds guitars. It's also a storefront downtown Colorado Springs, and it's just really kind of a cool, crazy place to come check cool, crazy stuff out and just hang out for a bit.